There are many amazing items and upgrades you can already get early in Assassin's Creed Valhalla if you know where to look. So in this video I will tell you where to get them without sharing any story spoilers, of course, just like in my other content. So a like on the video would really help the channel out. And let's go. As you might know, I'm doing a weekly Helix credits pack giveaway for 2,300 Helix credits, so you can get one of the armor sets and even more without spending money yourself. All you need to do is click the link in the pinned comment for a chance to win, and you have to be a subscriber of the channel before you enter, and good luck. Let's start with some amazing things you do not want to miss in Norway, because you can already leave this snowy area very early on in the game, but you want to stay for a bit and at least get some powerful weapons and abilities here. And one of them is Mark of Death, the multi-shot from Odyssey, only this time you can hit enemies multiple times, so kill them instantly if they do not have a shield. Because you have to keep that in mind, when the enemy can protect himself, he will likely not get hit by this ability. But animals, for example, that do not have any protection will be an easy target for this ability, while other abilities are kinda hard to use against animals. So you get this ability in a village that you have to go to for the main story as well. It's over here on the map. You need to get the key first at the pigs nearby and then find the sack of stones that you can drop down with an arrow. This will then create an opening so you can get this very powerful ability. Again, it's one of my favorites in the game. And you can actually already upgrade this ability very early as well in Grantebridgeshire in England over here on the map. It's near your settlement in a raid location. And that is how it overall works with abilities. If you find a second one, you will upgrade it. And in this case, it will mean that Mark of Death hits even more targets, making it even stronger. But yeah, there are more powerful abilities that you can already get early. Just like Thorn of Slumber that you can also get in Norway, but it's more easily missable. It's in a Viking camp in Norway over here on the map, and you need to climb to the top of the tower to get it. So climb up and then you can get in here and then go down to find this ability. And with this you can put enemies to sleep, so you can run up to them and assassinate them. Yes, this is also amazing in high power level regions. If you then have the advanced assassination skill unlocked, you can just put the enemies to sleep, run up to them, do the assassination, and then just complete the quick time event to instant kill enemies that are a way higher level. And I told you before in a previous video that assassinating a target gives you adrenaline back as well, so they can do the Thorn of Slumber again and do this tactic over and over again. It's really overpowered. But my favorite ability, and the one that I've used the most as well, is the Harpoon. Also, when fighting high power level enemies, you can simply knock them against the wall for an insane amount of damage, or sometimes that will cause them to die as well. You can throw one enemy against another enemy and then they will both die, or throw an enemy off a ledge. Like here I take care of this side mission encounter. This was a very high level boss, by simply throwing him off the snowy mountain. But also during regular boss fights like the Daughters of Lyrian, you can deal a ton of damage if you use the Harpoon at the right time. And more on those boss fights and the rewards in another video. You can find the Harpoon in England in a power level 20 region over here on the map. So totally, the moment you get to England, go here to get this amazing ability. You can of course use the Odin sight to scan the environment and see that there's an ability nearby. And for this one you have to climb down. It's really not too hard to figure out how to get it. And then bam, you got one of the best abilities in the game. And before I highlight some awesome weapons, I want to give you another tip for when you reach England, because you can then like go to a stable, you can build one in your own settlement, or you can also find one out in the world. And going here and buying the mount upgrades will make your life way easier. One upgrade will let you swim with your mount, so you do not have to get off every time you see a river. And trust me, there are a ton of rivers in this game, of course. So buying this as soon as possible will save you a lot of time. And only get the endurance training as well. And both upgrades if you can afford it. Because then your mount will never really run out of stamina again. So you can more easily and faster traverse the world. And while talking about your settlement, another thing that I think is smart to get as soon as possible is your barrack with your Jumps Viking. because this can give you some money if other people decide to hire them. So building it as soon as possible, make sure that your Jumps Viking is out there so other people will recruit it, and then you get some nice extra silver. Let's now go back to Norway for a moment though, because here you can find some nice weapon types that will otherwise take a while to get, like a dagger that you find over here on the map. I've shown you the powerful left hand attack of the dagger before, right? You can do it by holding the parry button and then you just jump to a target and can go crazy. This will cost a stamina, but if you got a full bar, then when you do this tactic, you will kill an enemy very easily. And the perk on this dagger is actually quite nice. It increases melee damage after a dodge. So 15 extra melee damage for 2.5 seconds after a dodge, which is quite nice. Again, it's in a Viking camp, being protected by a Woebringer enemy, which can be a challenge, but yeah, focusing on the weak spots to trigger the finisher is a really nice tactic to take him out. Just stay far away and attack after he's done with his attacks, and they can grab this dagger behind him. And yeah, you see me use the spear here, and that's actually a reward from the first Drangir side boss, so one of the optional bosses from Ragnar Lothbrok's army that you will find throughout the world. And in Norway you can already find one. It's over here on the map, and defeating this enemy will actually give you the first spear in the game, and it will take a while before you find another one. This will be one of the more challenging encounters early on, but it's totally doable. You want to focus on parrying his attacks because this will make him stunned for a bit, so you can do a nice combo. I use 2 axes here for more damage output, and I totally recommend that. And overall you want to focus on the weak spots again, to have his yellow bar disappear so you can do a stun attack which deals a ton of damage, and then you should be fine. Otherwise you can of course retry. Some other things you totally want to do in Norway before I tell you about my favorite weapon type that you can already find here is flighting, for example. You can already do it in your own camp, but also in the village that you find over here nearby. This will increase your charisma level so you unlock more dialogue choices later on, and it really only costs you a few minutes to complete. So totally worth it. There are some fun mysteries that you totally want to do here as well, and that give you of course some nice XP, a lot of wealth, and that's what you will overall find in the game. When you are in a village, you will see that these wealth icons and the mystery icons and the secrets are very close to each other. So it's totally worth it to go there and complete everything. The first hammer in the game can be found in a bandit camp over here on the map, and just like with other weapons, it took me a while to get another hammer, and they are really powerful because you can easily throw enemies on the ground, after which you can follow up with a stomp if you have that skill unlocked. Something that will then kill off enemies very easily. The perk on the hammer is not that great, but again, it will be a while before you find another hammer, so having this one already will be awesome. It's higher up in the bandit camp, so you need to find a way to reach it, although it will not be that challenging. Subscribe for everything on Assassin's Creed Valhalla if you haven't already. Way more tips and tricks are coming your way or already up on the channel. A like would really help the channel out. You can join the Discord to talk about Valhalla by clicking the link in the pinned comment, and check out my other Valhalla content by clicking on the screen. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye!